What's going on, boys? My name is Sid, and damn it. What's going on, boys? My name is Sid, and welcome back to the channel. And today, I wanted to have a bit of a conversation about the current state of racing games. I will say, I'm gonna play it middle of the road here. I'm not gonna be... I'll put the positives, I'll put the negatives. I want it to be a bit of a discussion. I'm not gonna edit around it as much. I'm just gonna leave it a bit more raw on what I think is the current state of the racing games, right? Now, Motorfest is one to consider, because obviously it's right around the corner, and I'll talk about that in the Crew segment. It'll be in those segments. It'll be Crew, Forza, Need For Speed, and I'm gonna ask you to subscribe, but not under the guise of some giveaway. I want you to subscribe because, hey, I want to be able to do the racing games as a whole, you know? Crew, love it, great, it's my job. But obviously, I want to be an all-around kind of guy. I want to play all the racing games. I want to play Forza, Need For Speed, all of it, right? Maybe even the niche ones like Lego 2K Drive. Maybe I'll even hop on Motorsports or Gran Turismo. Not too sure yet, but subscribe because I want to be doing around the whatever and whatnot. Head down there, leave a like and whatnot. And while I head into the Crew that we can go on, I will also say a big thing is, let me know what you think in the comments. What do you think of the 3 big races? What do you think of these 3 big racing games? What's your take on the current state of all of them? So we're gonna begin with the Crew 2. This is the main one I do because, you know, once upon a time, 2 years ago, was making a bunch of different videos because I've taken a gap year for personal reasons, and I make a couple of videos, Crew 2 does well, and here I am, 80,000 subscribers later, right? That's what happened. I came back at 140 subs, and Crew got a few, Crew got 200 views instead of 50, so I just decided to do that, and here I am. And the Crew 2 currently, as it speaks, as far as the Crew 2 goes, it's obviously not great. I mean, if you pick up the Crew 2 new, you do have a lot to do. You've got literally 5 years worth of updates to play. Like, you have all of the updates that added PvP, the Summit, which the fact that PvP was an added update is still bad. Hobbies, you've got stories, you've got then all the Motorfest updates, the chase, police events, off-road police events, stunt events with the stunt cars, convertible, which was the one that added convertible cars that don't convert, they're already converted. The other stunt event with more actual stunt-like cars. Then the hill climb event with hill climb cars, the taxi limousine hauling, the off-road hauling, the story cool edition version, the Forsberg racing, the Blizzard underground car racing, the real racing, the real race car racing, and stories again. There is a lot to do in this game. Activities are full. Everything is full. There is... I mean, I've already said it. There is a whole lot of things to do in the Crew 2. If you're a new player, if you have been playing this game for a while, stuff has been dying down a little naturally. Because what are you even going to do now? They're focusing all on Motorfest. And it's been obvious that they've been focusing on Motorfest for a while. Every idea that they've done has so much potential, but wasn't done that good. That's a boat. Why is that swapped around from what it is in the Crew 2? A bunch of stuff like the Contractor could have been done so much better, but was done really bare bones. The US Speed Tour could have been done better, but it was done bare bones. American Legend could have been done better, but it was done bare bones. There was barely any of the Into the Storm. It was great, it was done really well, but there was like none of it. So many things in this game get done to a bare bones level. And that's because they've been working on Motorfest. So the big hope is that Motorfest comes and saves the gaming industry. But there's a bunch of issues with Motorfest as well, right? I don't believe that the £70 DLC criticism is rather valid because it takes away the fact that they improved the handling, entirely overhauled, the physics, the planes, the boats, the graphics are completely overhauled. the way that the gameplay works, the story, the progression, the events, so many things, the PvP, so many things have been completely redone for it to be a new game that I don't think the £70 DLC is a valid criticism. But then there's so many things that weren't redone, right? Everything that was down here in the Crew 2 is now up here, but everything that was just in the middle was fine in the Crew 2. Like the photo mode, like the livery creator, they were fine. They've still stayed where they are. And now they're worse by comparison. And the photo mode and livery creator really rather suck in Motorfest. Because they're not anything new. They're the exact same. The progression's pretty nice in Motorfest. I think all around Motorfest provides the greatest competition for Forza imaginable. I think it does the festival really well. I think long-term updates, I don't know if it's doing too well. It seems like it's doing really badly. It's going for the Forza thing of just focusing on the vague theme and the monthly aspect of it. Oh, look, this month is this theme. And we talk about that on the Stick Drift podcast. Sorry to plug. We talk about that on the Stick Drift podcast every single Monday. We talk about the 1 year pass in the gaming segment this week. It's weird that I don't like it. But we get 2 new cars every month, and we get a bunch of other stuff with the Crew 2, so hopefully it makes up for it, is what we can do. Fingers crossed they make up for it with cool stuff. The PvP's great, progression's weird, the photo mode's weird, the progression's great, the photo mode's weird, the livery creator's weird, PvP's great, the graphics are great. The long-term updates seem weird. The potential map expansion is great. The car transfer can ruin progression for a lot of people. Like I said, I want to really play it down the middle. But next current racing game is Forza Horizon 5. Now, honestly, I've been going on all these 3 racing games. That's why I want to do more videos on them. That's why I want to do this video on them, where I talk about the current state of them. Because I will say, all in all, with Motorfest, this game, Unbound, they're all kind of in an okay position, I want to say. I want to say all of them are doing pretty good. So Forza Horizon was in a pretty bad place for a hot minute. And when I say that they're doing pretty good, I mean the base game is pretty good. Like, everything they do with it, I don't know. But the base game that's there is pretty good all around the board. Motorfest has a solid base. Amazing PvP progression. Forza has just amazing graphics, a phenomenal car list, as well as the gameplay just does feel a bit boring. But then again, that may be subjective. The actual racing just feels really, I don't know, something about it just doesn't feel as engaging. But then again, there is many players who really like it. I really like the infected game modes. That's where I have the most fun. I might even do a video where I'm like, hey, this is where I have the most fun in Forza, so I'll just do a video where I play that, you know, the most fun that I have in this game. And it's the capture the flag, the infected, the PvP. Is it still a Ram Fest? Is that what it is? I don't know. But the map expansions, I hear Hot Wheels was terrible. I hear that why is the sky so low resolution there? What is going on? Why does it look like a fake sky? What am I looking at? Again, Motorfest has the same issue. Why does the nighttime sky look so like a JPEG? Am I going crazy? Maybe I'm going crazy. The second update, I hear, kind of saved it a little. I hear that it did pretty good. The physics in Forza, I think people like. I also quite like them. Closer to something that isn't the Crew 2. And thank God Motorfest has its physics updated. And Forza, I think it's in a whatever place. It just got the brand new Stellantis Italy cars. They're definitely working on the next Forza, which is to be a big engine overhaul. Then again, Motorsport was on that new engine, and we got the unveiling for that. And that wasn't anything great. That was something rather notably bad, was it not? The Motorsports update? Unless I'm going crazy. I feel like I remember people being like, oh, this update, bad actually. but I might be making that up. I might be completely just fibbing there, lying, truly. Who knows? But I have been coming on this game a fair bit. It looks amazing. It feels so good to drive in. Again, the car list, phenomenal. The fact that they're adding cars, great. The FOMO, done much worse than other racing games, I would say. Like, Crew 2 does FOMO where it's only a version of a car. Motorfest remove the FOMO of the Hurricane Peppermente and the F12 TDF, meaning all unique models are buyable in the game, except for the ones that you unlock just through basic events, not FOMO. The FOMO cars in the Crew 2 and the Crew Motorfest are just specific body kits for cars. No base version is locked. Forza FOMO locks base model cars, and I will absolutely always find that a bit, you know, I had to go in the auction house to get the Cyan the other day. A bit strange. And like I said, the Forza update model where it's just the seasonal and do the seasonal events, it just doesn't feel as engaging as like the summit or the main stage. But then again, there's stuff like this, being at night, driving around, it feels so good. Forza and all racing games are really amazing to play with other people, naturally. The gameplay can feel fun again. Like the playground mode or whatever, where people make custom stuff. People have made some amazing custom stuff, man. It is wild what cool stuff people have made in this game. Can we land it? Are we gonna land it? This is not a good landing, surely. Hey, sure, you know, I'll take it. I don't think it's as good as we could have done, but I will take it. So I think Forza, we're waiting for the next game. I guess. I don't think it's going to be Japan. The issue with a racing game doing Japan is, you know what, I'll talk about that in a whole other video. But I do know that Forza goes through a lot of stale periods right now, where everyone's like, does Forza suck? Is Forza the worst Forza? It's like SNL, right? It's like, Forza hasn't been good since Horizon 2. And then if you're slightly younger, Forza hasn't been good since Horizon 3. And then if you're slightly younger than that, Forza peaked at Horizon 4. You know, it's like that. People like the Forza they played at their golden gaming era and hate everything that comes after. And I'll use this point to say, I want to clarify, just because you like one game doesn't mean the other one sucks, right? There's so much nuance to everything. Things about Forza suck, things about the Crew suck, and things about Need For Speed suck. Every game sucks and every game is really good. In aspects, right? I feel like the racing game community has this weird toxicity where you are only allowed to like one. If you like the Crew, you're not allowed to like Forza or Need For Speed. If you like Need For Speed, you're not allowed to like Forza or the Crew. If you like the Crew, if you like Forza, you're not allowed to like Need For Speed or the Crew. I don't get it when it comes, like I said, especially with the Forza killer. People saying Motorfest is the Forza killer. No, it's the Forza coexister, right? Like, healthy competition. Competition is healthy at the highest level. Why can't both games coexist? They can. Again? Yeah, that annoys me. It's not the Forza killer. It's not gonna be the Forza killer. Is it gonna be the game that gives Forza a run for its money and makes Forza maybe update better and actually has some what just happened? Did I accidentally click a button? Have some some in-industry competition? Yes, I think Motorfest will do that. It's not gonna kill Forza, right? People will get bored of Forza and then go on Motorfest, and then get bored of Motorfest and then go on Forza, and then get bored of Forza and then go on Motorfest, and then get bored of Motorfest and then go on Forza. But one thing they might not do is get bored and go on Need For Speed. Need For Speed is the third option when it comes to the open world racer industry, right? Sure, we may get TDU Solar Crown, but I feel like TDU Solar Crown, that's in its own little pocket. That's in its own little thing. It's doing its own thing. It's more of like an Assetto Corsa the Shadow Course are open world, right? It's like a highway cruising kind of thing. Need for Speed, on the other hand, is, you know, it's a pioneer in the industry of open world racing games, being the name, you know, it's your dad's racing game. It's the one that the olders will know. Let me try and just, okay, nope, that's not gonna work. Maybe like, what if I, oh, whatever. I just want to get the daytime, man. Let me get the daytime. But, yes, like, well, like I was saying, Need for Speed. This one, I tweeted recently about this, right? I tweeted about it, and look, the graphics are so much better than they have any right to be. They're good graphics. The gameplay feels engaging. Ooh. The gameplay feels engaging. The racing has, like, I like this nitro concept that they have going on with the burst of nitro that you can get every now and then. I like the graphics, gameplay. The cars are fine. The customization's fine. So where did it all go wrong? I like the map of Need for Speed as well. And it really just is a question of where did it all go wrong. And I think it's what the game wasn't rather than what it was. Which, again, like I said, with the toxicity in the gaming industry, people definitely look at games more for what they aren't than what they are. Stop, please! Oh, I'm gonna... Whatever! I should have kept going. I should have gone under the thing and kept going. Surely I'm not being spotted right now. Oh, wait, no, I forget this guy's on the road. Oh, you're an undercover. No one likes you. And, you know, it's the only one that offers police right now. And I do hear that the game's been on the up a little. Obviously, they had the very, very decision that was that most recent bundle where they're bringing back old cars that were in the game before. They're bringing back as viable cars that you have to buy with real money, even though they're cars that were in the games before. Disgusting anti-consumer decision. Disgustingly corporate decision. But other than that, I heard the link-ups were good as an update. I hear the Speed Pass is actually, like, something to do when you get on the game, right? I've been going on the game and I like the cool gameplay. Like I was just saying, where did it all go wrong?
Do your job and get this phone.
Of course, of course. And I think it does suck. Why can't I go home? Why is that home locked? What? Excuse me? Okay, I guess I'm going to a different home. And I've lost my train of thought now. Thanks a lot, Need for Speed. I think one thing, Corey Johnston, I did a podcast episode with him, he mentioned, is a lot of this must be learning for the new game. Like the Crew, new game is what matters. Forza, what kind of the new game? Obviously, they're still updating Forza, though. Need for Speed seems to have done an overall blunder when it comes to long-term content, though, is word on the street. So hopefully they learn all these lessons for a new game, because they've got the good graphics, they've got the decent handling. I like it. I like the way the NOS is done. I like most of what this game does. I like the map. I just don't know really what like the story. I haven't even finished the story yet. This is the story right now. I've not done it because I got to week 3 and was like, oh wait, I'm not bothered to do anything else. Because it's just the same thing over and over and over and over again. And I think out of the 3 games, it was I don't know. I don't even know if I'd say it was the biggest disappointment. 5, everyone said, was just like 4-2. Was Forza Horizon 4-2. This game was still pretty... I mean, don't people say this game is basically just Heat? I don't know. I feel like people say that. Crew 2 is the only game that isn't basically just the last game. And that's mostly because, well, it's mostly because people don't... What am I trying to say? Where am I trying to head out? I'll head out in the city. It's mostly because the crew adapts, right? They shift around. There's a lot of stuff I like about Need for Speed, but I feel like out of all of them, it's the most Forza has active things to dislike. Crew 2 has active things to dislike. Need for Speed. I'm gonna get spotted here at 1. Please, stop. No, I don't want to deal with this right now. And I don't even want to deal with this mind-numbing audio. I forgot. This is why I stopped playing the story. But I'll leave it there. When it comes to the state of the current 3 racing games. Again, most of this I wanted to be a bit of a discussion, so now you guys can talk about it. What do you think about it? That was my thoughts, because I've been going on all 3 of these games recently. I go on Unbound and Forza in my spare time, and I want to play more of them on the channel, but I don't know what you guys think of these games. So, you know, and obviously I play Crew 2 for a living. Hey, Motorfest for a living ain't that bad though. So, thank you to popular members, especially thanks to famous members, and an insane top of the top thank you to star members Danimal the Manimal, Void, and Grim Pepper, and we have a brand new Icon member. Say it ain't true. Don't say it ain't true. I'd prefer it to be true. Become an Icon member. Head down there, become a member. You don't have to become an Icon member. Become like a famous member. You get videos early with that one. This one is HK Binjuma, and Bad at Games 2. That's gonna be about it for me, boys, in a bit.